Everyone, it's Mr. Fox coming to you from DigiFox Labs. Today we're going to be talking to you about a project that has potential to do a minimum 10x in this bull cycle and potentially even 100x if you hold on to the token and have diamond hands and hodl it. None of this financial advice. We are not financial advisors. Everything said here is 100% based off our opinion here at DigiFox Labs, as well as serving as a ledger or a diary, whichever word you use to prefer, to describe us navigating this blockchain space and crypto space and investment spaces. Now let's get right into it. What token are we going on about? We're going on about the MNW token, which is the Morpheus network. Now, they did have a token swap. It was actually called Morph. I believe it was MRPH, but now it has been converted into the MNW token. So what exactly is Morpheus network? Well, it's a blockchain powered supply chain. Now, as we all know globally, the supply chain issues are quite catastrophic at the moment. Lots of things on shipping containers are being stagnant out in the middle of nowhere in the ocean, specifically in North America. You have container ships roughly in the hundreds just sitting out there waiting to be offloaded essentially in the Los Angeles area, and a bunch of political issues are going on with that, as well as things in the UK, as well as things in other countries, Australia. Other parts of the world are not having that issue. So this potentially has the ability to help with the whole supply chain issues that we are seeing in the current market today. So let's go ahead and dive deep into what Morpheus Network can do. It is a supply chain SaaS middleware platform. So they are going to provide a middleman infrastructure, seamlessly integrating legacy and emerging technologies, blockchain, IoT, RFID, etc. They provide companies with shipment and item visibility for optimizing and automating safe and secure supply chains and saving time and money. Saving time and money is definitely something that needs to be addressed in the current market, at least for the past 2 years, because of the supply chain issues going on. Now, apparently they indicate clients love us, and they are having a bit of a section here indicating the mass amounts of individuals that have used the products and are giving great raves about it. So we can see here, let's take Nina Tang from International Sales Managing. They have a large contract allowing their clients to see the handling of their purchases with a simple scanning of a QR code. So essentially you have a product, say multiple millions of pencils, right? And on that package of pencils, they have QR codes indicating where they are, where they were originated from, and you could track it, your shipment of pencils that way. So it seems very much like VeChain, which we are highly bullish on. And for disclaimer, we have a position in VeChain as well as Morpheus Network. Both of them are quite substantial according to our portfolio here at DigiFox Labs. But VeChain is, let's just call it the Asian market for the supply chain. And they also provide a QR code from production to delivery. And Morpheus Network seems to be doing the same thing. But they have different partnerships, and they also have different entities involved with different companies. Some of them are actually double dipping, and what I mean by that is the companies are actually hedging their bets on both Morpheus Networks as well as VeChain. So we see here that they have multiple, let's see, we have CEO of Ericsson, Steven Ericsson, indicating on Morpheus Network that adding an automated documentation system to our business enabled us to do better manage of our data. This made it easier for us to create, review, distribute, and manage all the necessary documents. Since document control is a constant process, automating that process has made our workflow much smoother and simpler. This is the Ericsson CEO, which they have a stock price, I believe, roughly around $10, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even $20 currently at time of recording. So you have some sort of, I'm not going to say a partnership, but they do have a connection with Ericsson, the telecom giant out in Sweden and even Europe. Scrolling further down onto the website, what is it exactly? Well, they are disrupting the global supply. The world economy relies on a fast and efficient global supply chain. With which is an industry valued over 15 trillion USD. However, global trade contains various challenges and inefficiencies. The World Bank has defined supply chain inefficiencies as a #1 world problem to solve in the order to stimulate growth economy. So this is very key right here. 15 trillion United States dollars. This is the industry that are looking at taking a slice of the cake in. So what is the current market cap of Morpheus? Last time we checked, it was roughly around 70 million. So we're going to show you the price of Morpheus Network and why it's actually very, very key to get into position of this token right now. And there's two factors. One of which is it is currently seeing its bottom. It's its support line right now in pricing. Not to mention that they are looking at tackling this $15 trillion US market. So what does that mean? Well, we don't really think they are going to be a monopoly and get $15 trillion worth of market share, because that would make this token essentially a multi-thousand-dollar token. No. We're looking at roughly 1% of 15 trillion, which is a multiple of billions for a market cap in Morpheus Network. So that is essentially the ground floor. And considering that Morpheus Network is currently at a 70 million or so market cap, they still have lots of room to grow, and that's why we're saying that this is a 10x in the short term, 100x or 1000x in the long term potentially. So backed by industry experts, the team possesses the expertise needed to make Morpheus Network run smoothly and safely as possible. They have experience in development such as blockchain, IoT, ML, and artificial intelligence, project managing, exporting, shipping and compliance, security, banking platforms, tax accounting, legal and regulations. Scrolling further down, you can see they have a team that's currently the best that they in the industry that they are trying to tackle. And we can see here, based off the screenshot, who is involved with Morpheus Network. We have UPS, we have FedEx, we have DHL, we have UPS Tracking, we have Salesforce, KYC, Microsoft Dynamics, and SAP. All of these we are familiar with except SAP. So all of these are multi-billion-dollar industries servicing a multi-trillion-dollar indices, with the top three shipping, UPS, FedEx, and DHL, all being part of global trade, really, right? So they are looking to partner with the main drivers of transporting goods. Scrolling further down, you have news and insights. We're not going to get into this, but we see here, according to the news released on December 22nd, this is what we're going to go on about here shortly, is the masternodes. There is high chance of ROI if you get in on the ground floor of the masternodes. Scrolling further down, we can see here that if you want up to date, you go ahead and subscribe and enter in your email. We're going to go ahead and do that currently. Admin at digifoxlabs.net. Right, and we're going to subscribe and be up to date with Morpheus Network just for you viewers. Now we're going to go ahead and submit that in. Now we're going to go to the YouTube channel and give you a little bit more information from Morpheus Networks themselves. Please listen up, turn up your speakers.
Our vision is a world with more effective, fair, and sustainable commerce. Our customers and partners harvest the benefits from digitization using our emerging technology middleware. What is driving the digitization of the agri-industrial supply chain? Firstly, it's a reduction of manual documents, states, and events. A good example is paper-based proof of delivery. But we also adjust dependency on tools like email. We have customers that were previously receiving thousands of emails a day with poor versioning, time-wasting searches, and expensive storage and compute. Secondly, we support trusted metrics, specifically those around real-time inventory. Where's my product? ETA, when my product will arrive. And finally, we connect multiple platforms. Middleware digitize purchase orders, for example, from SAP. And these can also write to solutions such as Senasa to declare product traceability. Let's use a customer case to highlight the features of the Morpheus Network platform. Here we have a Fortune 100 beverage company that ships to 25 countries in the Americas. The challenge: reduce delays over costs and protect shelf life. Now we can easily set up shipping contracts with end-to-end traceability of imports, starting with the purchase order, including SKU, stock keeping unit, descriptions, weight, quantities, units of measure, cost per pricing, as well as end-to-end descriptors such as HS codes. We can also connect your systems of record, such as your 2A SAP instances, to digitally populate our shipping contracts and avoid any rekeying errors. Our current SAP Co-Innovate program will connect via APIs or use core data services.
So you can go ahead and watch the rest of it later on. We'll provide a link in the description below. Due to YouTube and the attention span of some of our viewers, they may not be interested in watching this whole thing within a video. So we're going to go ahead and thumbs up it. We're also going to go ahead and subscribe to them and notify all the videos in the future coming from Morpheus Network, so we can go ahead and relay that information to you. So as you can see here, they have quite the infrastructure and quite the data to help individuals with their logistics needs. Let's go ahead and go to the About Us section, and we can see here that they are intensely focused on helping companies and government organizations remove barriers to optimize and automate their global supply chain operations. So they are looking to not only do the corporate partnerships, but also do government partnerships. And we're going to go ahead and look at some of those partnerships here in a minute. Now, as far as the team goes, we have the co-founder and CEO with 15 years of experience in global trade, Mr. Weinberger, as well as the co-founder, Mr. Apple, who is also the CEO of Morpheus Network. Now, this individual right here, who is the team lead for global logistics, he is the former CEO of DHL and the current CEO of Capital Springboard, Mr. Roger Crook. This individual here is very pivotal in the Morpheus Network. Why is that? Well, because he was the former CEO of DHL, so he has first-hand experience with global trade, global logistics, as well as the partnerships and the networking capabilities from being a CEO of DHL. And we see here we have other individuals that are part of the Morpheus Network, and as you can see here, they have marketing, they have medical, they have business, they have CEOs from all backgrounds, they have legal counsels, they have development integrations, and they even have an adorable crypto kitty who is the director of Meow, as well as advisors in IoT and partnership advisories, all of which have LinkedIn's as well as personal emails available for you to contact them. Now let's go ahead and go into the white paper of Morpheus Network, and this is what we wanted to go on about, why it's pivotal to go ahead and pick up some tokens right now. So on the document generation, we can see Morpheus Network has developed a document handling system to enable immutable documentation of production, processing, and all subsequent handling stages in digital format. Through partnerships with Customs Direct, a U.S. customs broker or platform can generate, digitize, and store custom documentation to facilitate cross-border shipments. So as we can see here, there is a potential, this is our opinion, but there is a potential, a partnership with the U.S. customs brokers, which is highly bullish, and that goes with indicating what they said earlier on, that they had a partnership or looking for partnerships with governments. We believe there is some sort of partnership or some kind of agreement with the United States. For fully digitized documentation flow, the platform offers integrated OCR scanning tools, so that is referencing the QR codes and how it makes things easier to track. Let's see here, they also have looks like partnerships with the FDA for approvals. So this right here yet again confirms our theory that, and our speculation, that they have a partnership with the United States government, specifically in the FDA and specifically with the US Border Customs. So you are not only investing in Morpheus Networks, if you are not financial advice, if you are interested in getting tokens from Morpheus Network, not only are you investing in the platform here, the network, but you're also investing in the transition of logistics from the United States and are their partners. Let's go ahead and scroll down. This is the items that they will be using for IoT devices. They have a geo tab, and they have all the equipment ready to go for tracking, and it's still being used to this day, which is quite bullish, to be honest. They actually have tracking devices ready to go, and they probably have patents on some of this stuff right here. Now, another thing that we want to touch base on is this right here, Masternodes. How can you partake in a Masternode? Well, let's go ahead and scroll down and tell you how you could go ahead and do so, and why we highly recommend you go about doing it at this point in time. So scrolling further down, we're trying to find the exact section of the article here. Masternodes, here you go. What is needed to run a Masternode? You need 1,800 tokens, and roughly you're going to get 80% APR for doing so. Roughly, if you have one node, that is roughly 324 MNW every single year compounded in your wallet that you hold this one node. Ideally, the more nodes, the better. So 10 nodes would probably be ideal. So what exactly is this right now? So at current prices, Morpheus network is trading at $1.95. So let's go back right here. We see this on the year basis, right? On the year basis, you've got 324 tokens yearly that you get. And at current prices, it is $1.95. That gives you $631. Now, again, remember we stated earlier on, right? This is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And if we look right here, we see the global supply chain management market size is estimated at 15 billion and expected to increase to 17 billion and so forth. So the price is only going up. 2026, which is expected to be the next bull run's completion or middle of the bull run of the crypto space, is roughly going to be $30 billion. Now, when you factor in that this is new artificial intelligence, this is new blockchain technology incorporated it, and you have DHL that's going to encompass it, we could go ahead and honestly see that they are going to be a $1 billion market cap of Morpheus network. Looking here at CoinGecko, yes, $1.95 is very cheap. Market cap of 74. For it to be a 1 billion market cap, you are looking at roughly a 12x, 13x, but let's just for easy math say 10x. A 10x would put this at roughly $10. $10 for a global supply chain and technology that is 100% backed by the United States government and all their partners as well as DHL. So you're looking at with the treaty. If you are not familiar with political treaties, you have something called I believe it was the AUKUS, the Australian, United States, and the United Kingdom trade agreement. Specifically for military as well as just trading just goods and services. So you have your finger in there with United States, the UK, and Australia and all their partners. So you can see here that 1 billion is not too far-fetched as far as the market cap of Morpheus network. Now the total supply is 47 million tokens. There's only going to be 47 million tokens, right? That's a little bit double what Bitcoin has. Circulating supply is 37 million. I can honestly see this being a three-digit token price in the coming 5 to 10 years. So let's go ahead and just say $100 for one token because it is tackling a multi-trillion-dollar industry. So let's go with $100. And if you look back here at the article of running your own Masternode, you have to have 1,800, right? And you get 324 tokens with 18% APY. So let's go ahead and do this, shall we? You have 324 times 100 equals $32,000 a year for having a Masternode. That's it. That's all you need. $32,000 a year for having 1,800 tokens. Now, how much is 1,800 tokens? Well, at today's prices, we are looking at $1.95 times 1,800. The current price to get a Masternode is $3,510. So that is not cheap. Some of you watching this video, that's probably as much as you've got in your entire crypto portfolio and stock market portfolio. So keep that in mind. But this is a long-term play. So you could go ahead and take your returns on cryptocurrencies or the stock market and roll it into Morpheus network. So how do you go about getting authorization to run a node? Well, lucky for us, you go right here in the same article, and it says here the node will be 1,800 MNWs, and they are doing the alpha and beta testing programs. The nodes will be non-custodial, which is perfect, meaning that at no time will Morpheus network ever obtain ownership or control the stake of the tokens that you went ahead and put in the Masternode. Scrolling further down, the rewards will ultimately be superseded by the prover fees described below, with a maximum of 360,000 MNW staked by one staked by any one node holder in order to ensure that decentralization is not compromised. So there is a cap on that. The testing phase will be limited in time and capacity starting in January. So as indicated here, and looking at the prices, looking at this, it is right now double bottoming on Morpheus network. So now is the time to literally get the cheapest you could probably ever get it. There may very well be a wick down to maybe the $1.50 range. So just dollar cost average in if you have the $3,000 to go ahead and splurge on this node. So let's go ahead and go back. So you can see here in January there will be starting the node applications. Okay, to express interest and achieve early whitelisting, please apply here. So this link right here will be put in the description below, at which point you scroll down roughly to right here, mid of the page, and you click here. It will then take you to the docs Google by MNW Masternodes, and then it says thank you for your interest, sign up now and get early access to the Masternodes. And then you go ahead and enter in the full name, the email, the wallet address, which you have to have the tokens before you submit this in, the country you are in, the experience you have with running nodes, and then you just hit submit and everything is taken care of for you, at which point they will then email you if you've been authorized access to have a node. Even still, if you do not get access to run a node, keep in mind this is a channel. So look right here, 76 cents to $2, right? If you could draw an imaginary line from this point to this point going diagonally up, and then draw another point from here, the 325, to here to the 334, you can see there that it is a channel. So now we are going up and we will be testing the all-time highs very soon, at which point once we break the all-time highs, you can be looking at roughly $1 billion market cap, which would probably rank around the $8, $9, $10 region that we were talking about. Now we do see the market cap being a multi-billion dollar market cap because they are tackling a multi-trillion dollar problem. So with that said, we are highly bullish on it. We do have enough tokens for the Masternode to run. We hope to be partaking in the Masternode, and full disclaimer, it will be one Masternode here at DigiFox Labs, at which point we will just roll over any profits to help accumulate more nodes. With that said, happy days, happy trading, and good luck to you.